Hey bro, today we are making John Kennelly. I would honestly be surprised if you don't know who John Kennelly is. He was the talk of many workplaces back in the day, and even now, if you ask someone about To Catch a Predator, they're probably going to mention John Kennelly. But if you still don't know, John Kennelly was the predator that showed up naked, and then the next day he also showed up at McDonald's. Uh, So a very memorable predator to say the least. And I was actually um, reading his chat log, a bit of his chat log last night, and the of the second one, so the McDonald's decoy. Um, and he and I guess the decoy was supposed to be trans because the decoy was named Sissy Boy and said that he felt like a girl or whatever. And this fucker, John Kennelly, couldn't even give the decoy that. Like he said, "Well, be a boy for me, stay as a boy for me." And I don't know if they were doing that to fuck with him, of why they were saying that the decoy liked dresses. I don't know, but yeah, John Kennelly wouldn't even let the decoy have that. And maybe, like I said, maybe they were trying to see if he was had that fetish or what have you. But uh, as I said, so honestly, there's not a whole lot that I could really say about John Kennelly. I really do think it speaks for himself. I think the most bizarre thing about him, though, and everything about him is kind of bizarre, but I think the most bizarre thing is that he got off with a slap on the wrist. Like he basically didn't get any jail time. Um, he 2 years later he got jail time for another incident, but I don't really have enough time to go into all of that. Um, yeah, I know that I said that I was gonna make Poppy, um, but uh, Chris Hansen's podcast did an episode on John Kennelly recently, and I had to make John Kennelly. If you haven't listened to Chris Hansen's podcast, I really am surprised that you're here. But if for whatever reason you haven't, I highly recommend it. He takes an in-depth look into all the predators for like 30 minutes or whatever. Gives you an update. I it's interesting hearing Chris Hansen talk about them, and my favorite of which is the Marvin one because there's no blank. Chris Hansen curses in his podcast, so it's uncensored, unfiltered, whatever, however you want to say, raw even, no rubber. But yeah, John Kennelly is definitely a memorable one. The I just came to get something to eat and just a lot of lines, and even his chat log is memorable. As I said, I read some of it, and it's just there's no question of what Mr. John Kennelly was interested in. Uh, and as I said, I like to look into whether or not these guys would go through with it, and honestly, there's no question in my mind that John Kennelly would have went through with it with both cases, the McDonald's one and the original one. I don't know how they would go about the McDonald's one. Maybe they would go back to his house, or maybe they would go like into the bathroom or do some weird shit. Who knows? But anyhow, this is my John Kennelly, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll consider subscribing. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.